So New South Wales recorded 7 new locally acquired cases of COVID in the 24 hours to 8 p.m. 4 are linked to the Avalon cluster and 2 are household contacts from previously unlinked case in the Northern Beaches Peninsula zone reported on the 20th of December, and 1 is under investigation but has exposures in terms of transport links and works in the Northern Beaches local government area. 3 new cases were acquired overseas, bringing the total number of cases in New South Wales to 4,643. And again, can I echo the Premier's comments? 69,809 tests in a 24-hour period. So thank you to the community for hearing our message about coming forth for testing, and also thank you very much for all the health staff, the private and public laboratory systems that have served us so well in delivering those results to 69,809 people. There's a couple of venues that I do want to highlight. Again, the purpose of this is to highlight where we may have additional transmission associated with venues or venues that we're particularly concerned about. So the sports bar of Paragon Hotel in Loftus Street, Sydney, near Circular Quay, has 3 cases associated with it. So anyone at this venue while visiting the hotel at 12:45 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 16th of December for more than 1 hour are considered close contacts, get tested immediately and be self-isolating for 14 days regardless of their results. And anyone who was there for less than an hour needs to get tested immediately and to self-isolate pending a negative result. And people who are in the general vicinity who may have attended the hotel, please ensure that you monitor the symptoms and isolate and get tested immediately. It's important that you're particularly vigilant there. In terms of the CBD, yesterday I again want to repeat my urging that anyone who particularly has been in the northeastern part of the city, including Australia Square, MLC Centre and Chifley Square, should be alert for symptoms and isolate immediately and get tested should even the mildest symptoms develop. And since 8 p.m. last night, and this case will be included in tomorrow's numbers, we've had another confirmed case linked to the Paddington Alimentary, and the case is a child. So there are now 4 cases associated with the venue, and all diners from December 17th to 19th need to remain in isolation and get tested if symptoms arise. Takeaway customers need to get tested should there even be the slightest symptoms. We have had transmission at that venue, so it is important that everyone maintains a focus. In relation to the Qantas flight yesterday from Darwin to Sydney, we did alert you to a case that we were working up with our colleagues in South Australia. I can confirm that that case now has been identified as a historical case. And we appreciate the cooperation of the public. We did immediately call then all of the close contacts on that plane close contacts, and thank you for bearing with us, but we were able to revise that concern level down once we established that that wasn't a further transmission associated with the plane. But it is important that the close contacts on that plane still remain in isolation, because they're the people that sat in proximity to the first case I identified earlier. In terms of a safe Christmas, please limit your social interactions. There's limits on the household gatherings. Please respect them. This is a critical point in our response, and if we work together, we can decrease the chance of this COVID spread. Even though it's raining today, we encourage people to use covered outdoor spaces, including verandas, wherever possible. And if indoors, make sure it's well ventilated, including opening windows. Most importantly, don't risk passing on COVID to your friends and family. If you're in isolation, you have to stay in isolation. Don't accept visitors in your home. Don't interact with any visitors. Even if you have the mildest symptoms and you're thinking, is it really a scratchy, itchy throat? Is it a sore throat? Please don't just go out and about. Please ensure that you put the care and compassion for your loved ones as a major priority, and just ring them and tell them, I apologise, I can't come, I need to go and get a COVID test. In terms of the Boxing Day sales, can I just reiterate the guidance that the Premier has given? I understand shopping day sales can often be busy places, and we acknowledge the work that the industry has done to put in place COVID-safe plans for those Boxing Day sales. But please, you have a number of alternatives. Shop online, shop locally, and defer and delay and avoid crowded environments. And please, if you're going into those shopping sales, please wear a mask. But please don't go if you've got any symptoms. And again, keep yourself updated. We will be loading in the next hour a number of other venues onto our website, and it's important that you attend to those. Also, a message in relation to aged care. Aged care is an incredibly vulnerable setting, so please do not visit aged care if you have any symptoms whatsoever of COVID. Again, it's an area we want to protect. But please reach out to your loved ones in aged care. Give them a call and support them, because we know this is a difficult time for them, and we have instituted some restrictions on visitors which may be impacting on your loved ones in aged care. There was a previously reported case reported on the 23rd of December, and that person works at the Belrose Hotel in Belrose. Belrose is in the Northern Beaches local government area. This case remains unlinked to the Avalon cluster at this time. Case investigations and further testing around this case indicates this person was likely to have an infection onset about 2 weeks ago. We know from testing around this individual that this individual to date has not transmitted infection to others. But what we're interested in is knowing how this person acquired the infection, because the person is not linked to the cluster. So we are asking residents of Belrose and Davidson and surrounding suburbs to be alert for symptoms and to get a test. And even if you've had recent symptoms that have resolved, we ask that you present for testing. And this will help us in our investigations to better understand how this transmission event to this gentleman occurred, and potentially link it to help assist us with the investigations to see how this cluster was initiated. Thank you.